We're learning about how the outcome of a DHS investigation was almost not made public. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Rick Marinon.
And I'm Sarah Whaley. We told you a scary story this past spring about a toddler who wandered away from a Broken Arrow daycare. It happened at the ATA Creative Learning Academy near Kenosha and Elm.
But thanks to Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark, we're learning about this important update.
This is the daycare where 2-year-old Waylon got out. He escaped from that gate right over there, and he wandered all over this parking lot toward the street right over there. His mom told me she feared the daycare workers weren't watching him closely and the gate wasn't secure. Turns out the DHS investigation reveals the allegations are true.
Look at this surveillance video. You can't see when or how Waylon escaped, but you do see Waylon walk around out front of the daycare. Here, he's playing around the fence on the edge of the parking lot.
Do you remember what you thought at the time?
I was like, what in the world? That's crazy. My son getting out.
In April, Ashley found out her toddler, 2-year-old Waylon, had been wandering outside his daycare, the ATA Creative Learning Academy. She learned 2 utility workers found Waylon before he got hurt. In the corner of this video, you can see their work truck and little Waylon heading their way straight toward the street.
What did you think when you saw him?
I just started looking for the parent. I thought surely a 2-year-old's not gonna be out here alone.
We were just surprised. We're like, what's going on? Like, where did this child belong to? Where did he even come from?
Josue Flores and Christopher King told me they spotted Waylon by this industrial road in front of the daycare just off Kenosha and Elm. The guys say the road was busy that day.
There's cars going in and out of here. There's big trucks delivering to the tequila place.
Okay.
I remember that when we were parked right there's cars that couldn't even come out because it was just...
So it's not like it is now?
No, not at all. I came to him, put my hand out to him, and gave me his hand.
He just grabbed his hand and went with us, and that's, that's kind of concerning because he didn't know us.
He's a trusting little guy.
Yeah.
You can see in this video, Christopher comes into view first, and there's Josue holding Waylon's hand as they walk toward the daycare. He takes Waylon to the front door, and Waylon goes inside.
I couldn't be thankful enough for the utility workers that had stopped what they were doing and took Waylon and returned him back to the facility until I could get there.
I just got chills, look.
Oh my gosh, you did.
Ashley says the daycare owner called her and told her Waylon got out but wasn't gone long. She said a worker added this yellow chain around the gate. Still, with Waylon's safe return came a bunch of questions.
You felt like just returning him wasn't good enough?
No. My biggest concern was making sure that the parents found out exactly what happened.
For me, that was negligence. They have to be held accountable for it.
Josue and Christopher pulled their truck around to this parking lot and called DHS. They told me they eventually found out what daycare workers told DHS didn't match what actually happened.
She told me the story. I was like, no, that is not what happened.
They didn't tell the right story to DHS, and that's concerning to me.
The guys say, for example, workers had told DHS Josue and Christopher handed Waylon over the gate. But this video clearly shows they brought Waylon to the front door.
I was calling about the little boy that was found outside your daycare.
I contacted the owner, Denise Littlejohn, and asked for an interview. She decided not to give one. She texted this: I don't have any additional information or details to provide to you in regards to my side of the story. Then I heard from her attorney, who sent this statement. It says, one of the workers didn't secure the fence properly, and a child wandered outside the gate. It is unfortunate that this occurred. However, ATA is extremely thankful that a utility worker saw the child outside the fence and immediately returned the child unharmed. ATA maintains that all allegations against it of abuse or neglect of its students are completely without merit. ATA communicated the circumstances of the incident to the parents of the child involved immediately after the incident occurred and self-reported the incident to the DHS. ATA is committed to the safety and well-being of all its students. Here's the DHS Child Welfare Investigative Summary. It shows the allegations are true. It says, with allegations of neglect and/or supervision to a minor child at a daycare, and it's marked substantiated. Typically, parents can find that information on this website, Child Care Locator, but not in this case. Why? because the owner, Denise Littlejohn, has changed her license status to inactive, which means she cannot run a daycare right now.
I came to see if the daycare is open. Looks like it's not. I knocked on the door, no answer. What is it like being Waylon's mom and just thinking about what could have happened?
It hurts. I don't know what I would do if he came up missing, you know, if I got a phone call, you know, with somebody saying that, you know, we can't find your son, I would be devastated.
I just talked to Ashley again. She says Waylon's happy and healthy, and she's looking for a new daycare. Ashley told me she will forever be grateful to Josue and Christopher. The day I interviewed them, she hugged them and thanked them for saving her son's life.
I'm very thankful by the grace of God that he's still here. I wish I could give him the world, because without Waylon in this world, it would be a tragedy to me.
The sign says space available. Here's what's next. DHS has substantiated the allegation, but the daycare has 10 days to appeal the decision. I'll let you know what happens. In Broken Arrow, covering news that matters. Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
You can check on your child's daycare. We are putting that info on fox23.com. Just look for this story.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email Fox23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Jana Clark on Facebook.